Dungeons and Dragons. Nobody recommended this. If this is horrible, I apologize. It's completely my fault. I want to watch this. I mean, I think I know what Dungeons and Dragons is. I think it's a board game, and somebody writes a story, and everybody writes their character, and it's like dice and cards, and you roll. It's like Risk with attacking each other individually, and a story master person that has to, like, that controls where the story goes, and I don't understand that part at all because the dice are making options and I don't really get it, and maybe I should just watch a Dungeons and Dragons for Dummies video. But instead, we are going to watch Dark Alliance official gameplay trailer. D&D Dark Alliance gameplay explainer trailer. You guys know I love a good explanation. And Dungeons and Dragons 1 official D&D reveal trailer. And that one's 6.5 minutes. We're gonna do that one last because it came out the most recently, just recently in August. So we're gonna start with Alliance, D&D Alliance trailer official gameplay. But before we get into that, if you did not already know, I am a self-published author. These are my books. Magic Required and Dominion Required follow the story of a Celtic demigod trying to seek a redemption he is not sure he deserves. Blood, Kin, and Curses follows a newly turned vampire discovering a world she never knew existed while trying to avoid an ancient curse. And I am now an Audible affiliate, and you can use my link audibletrial.com/Hannah to get 30 days for free with Audible. With your membership, you get 1 credit a month along with full access to all of the included titles. You get access to Audible originals and podcasts, and a membership price on all of their audiobooks, and they have thousands of titles from business, wellness, celebrity memoirs. You could use your credit even on a bestseller. I love using my credits on bestsellers because they're so expensive otherwise. You can also use that Audible credit to check out 2 of my 3 fantasy novels. Hopefully my 3rd one will be on there soon. Magic Required and Dominion Required both have audiobooks, and I am currently working on the audiobook for Blood, Kin, and Curses. If you have been thinking about trying Audible, I encourage you to use my link audibletrial.com/Hannah. And then one of my books, one of these, oh, not this one, these ones. Hopefully 3 soon. Thank you so much to everybody who has read or listened to my books. Please review them, recommend it to a friend, and if you're just here to watch some D&D stuff with me, thank you for clicking on this video, and let's get into it. All right, gameplay trailer, minute 16 seconds.
We call them beholders.
Beholders.
Wraiths.
Okay.
Giants. They call us snacks. So
Oh,
when
that's not
those
good.
bastards come to claim your world, send their ass to hell.
Pixelated. You know, that was a really simple story explanation, but it got the point across. You know, there are big baddies, they're coming to eat you, and you can fight them. And sometimes that's all I really want. That's all I need. But obviously, like, when I don't get those, I get that it's because they're not for me.
Is calling.
Sorry, who? I'm sorry. I just realized that they were playing electric banjos.
God is calling.
Okay, Zod? My party. I can cry if I want to. Oh, their funeral. Sure. May or may not cry. Cool. Dark Alliance. So who are we allying with? Ooh, the making of episode 1. I'm not gonna do it. I will not get distracted. All right, we are going D&D Dark Alliance gameplay explainer. Explain things to me, please.
Welcome to Dungeons and Dragons Dark Alliance.
Thank you. Happy to be
Non-stop,
here.
heart-pounding, kill everything that moves action brawler with co-op.
Okay.
The story.
I'm just gonna make like a slight lighting adjustment here. Same, better, worse. Do we not care? It's getting... Sun's getting pretty low, big guy. Sorry.
Dark Alliance takes place in the frigid world of Icewind Dale, you might need to take a sweater. You will explore varied and iconic locations in the frozen north, including Calvin's Cairn, this is it, the Hinterlands, and Dwarven Valley.
This is it.
Here lies the ancient and powerful Crystal Shard. If
Okay.
it falls into the wrong hands, darkness could blanket this realm.
Oh, we don't
so
want that.
naturally, this power attracts legendary monsters, and they've formed a dark alliance.
Oh,
They set aside their
Sorry.
differences to capture the shard and its powers. You and your party are the only ones standing in their way. So you're quite important. The party. This is Drizzt. He's fast, he's powerful, he's got 2 Zs in his name, and as a trick he does at parties sometimes, he can summon this big gal. Catty Bree. Ranged or up close, she's in control of the battlefield. I wish I could do that. Wolfgar. He's the muscle. Big hammer. Big power. Big everything? Who's to say?
This is so Flight of the
The
Conchords.
protector. Look at his resplendent beard. He
Resplendent!
can take a beating, but he'll give one back. The combat. In Dark Alliance, combat is everything.
Hoi, hoi, ho.
Each hero has over 50 moves and abilities to unlock, which is only slightly more than myself. I have 49 and a half. If you think that sounds too hardcore, it's not for me. Don't worry, we've created an emergent combat system that will easily have your character switching between the most epic attacks in the game. Whoa. 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 Of course, if you do want to get hardcore, and who doesn't sometimes, there's a lot to master. You have light, heavy, and special attacks that can be chained together into powerful combos. Ooh, glad that's not me. And you have dodges, parries, and counters to defend against the hordes of enemies. I'm just going to warn you though, these attacks and counters deplete your stamina, which you definitely don't want to run out of mid-combat. Trust me, I've done it, it's embarrassing. Then there are more powerful abilities and ultimates that deplete your ultimate meter. That gets filled the better you do in combat. There's also attacks like empowered strikes, which can deal devastating critical damage on a successful hit.
So much strategy.
The enemies. Look at these a-holes right here. I bet they didn't get enough hugs as baby goblins. Throughout your journey, you're going to run into over 30 different enemy types.
Oh.
And of course, if you're fighting minions, that means there's bosses. Big bosses. Huge bosses, which is like big bosses, but bigger. Probably some bosses that always call without texting first.
I do that.
Even new bosses being added throughout the year that I haven't even seen yet. Take on any boss in the army in any order you want, although I'd start with this one because he threw mud at me. The gear. What's D&D without loot to grab, collect, and make your own? As you level up your character, you can level up your gear, decking out your hero at base camp before each mission. Your loot will range from common all the way up to legendary status. And there's no microtransaction here. If you want the best gear, you need to earn it one battle at a time, the way my grandmother did. The co-op. You can absolutely take on this adventure on your own, but sometimes stabbing evil creatures with pointy weapons is just more fun to do with friends. It's a well-loved social activity. Dark Alliance was made to be played with others, so you can jump into a quick play or make a custom game all your own. When you play together, you unlock new attacks and abilities for your team. Each hero has a unique way to trigger team attacks. Ha ha ha! Wow, that looked very intense. And everyone has their own special attack, dealing out devastating damage. But be warned, the bigger your team gets, the tougher the monsters become.
Oh, that's cool.
Well, we hope you enjoyed hearing about Dark Alliance.
I really did!
And remember, if you find yourself in possession of the crystal shard that gives you ultimate power, because it happens, try not to be a dick about it.
I'll really try not to be a dick about it.
Dungeons and Dragons. Dark Alliance.
I loved every second of that. Loved it. Oh my gosh. That was so fun. All right, last one we're gonna watch here today. It's 6.5 minutes long, and it's Dungeons and Dragons 1, so this is a different game. This is a trailer reveal.
Dungeons and Dragons is a thrilling adventure.
Okay.
One we play
Tell me about
together
it.
as dungeon master and players but
Story
also
Master.
an
I said
adventure
Dungeon Master.
itself.
I mean,
now
other way around.
we stand at the
I
start
said-
of a new generation of Dungeons and Dragons, and today we're going to introduce some of what's in store for us as we embark on an initiative that we call 1D&D.
Okay, tell me about it.
Growing up, I
Are we learning about the
loved
game?
fantasy,
Like the
but I
board
never
game?
saw myself as the hero because I didn't think it was possible for someone who looked like me, who acted like me, who was like me, to be that hero.
We want to continue to reach out to folks who are interested in fantasy, who love storytelling, who enjoy spending time with their friends and creating these collective stories that they can remember for years
That's
to
me.
come.
D&D's been around for 50 years, and there's very little that persists that long that becomes generational, that people can really just not only share, but literally hand down to their kids. What we want to do is just add to that legacy.
We did a smart thing with 5th edition by listening to the fans. And what came out of that process was a system that is stable, that is well loved, that incorporates the best elements of earlier editions. Now that we have that, we are no longer in the position where we think of D&D as an addition. It's just D&D.
When
This
was
edition
it?
is a rule set that has worked for so many people and has brought so many new and exciting folks into the game. It's more important for us to continue to cultivate and respect and love what it is, that the world has told us is working for them.
The sort of change you're going to see isn't about taking anything away from you, isn't about changing any of that
What
stuff
am
that you
I
love.
even
It's
watching?
much more about giving you more, giving
Just
you
want to read the little description here. Vision for the next iteration of Dungeons and Dragons. Oh, so this is about the game, not a video game like the other one.
more options, giving you
Dungeon
more
Master,
choices you
a
can
book
make,
about it.
more character types you can
I need
play,
to watch
more
it for
magic
Dummies
spells
video.
you can cast. Basically, we're very happy with the game the way it is today. We just want to build on that. We're revising the major core rule books that every player uses, the Player's Handbook, the Dungeon Master's Guide, the Monster Manual.
One of my focuses, specifically, is the Dungeon Master's Guide.
Okay.
I'm going to make some structural changes to make it more friendly to new DMs.
When it comes to art for D&D,
Sounds great. I'm new.
it's about as versatile as our players. We want to show that the person you are can appear in the worlds of Dungeons and Dragons.
That's what 2024 holds. is
2024?
This promise of getting new versions of the books that are the game you know, but reflect where the game is presently.
1D&D has 3 pillars, and one is the rule set, which is built on the base of 5th edition, but updated.
We're building upon the rules that have been established, the storytelling, and
See, this is the thing that makes me feel like D&D
is
is so inaccessible, is that it feels like you have to learn so much. And actually I feel very similar about video games, is that you have to know so much to even get in. Like, and if you didn't start when you were 4 years old, you'll never understand it.
system.
When we say building on top of 5th edition, what we mean is that all the adventures
Morph.
and supplements that have been released in the past 10 years will still be playable with the new evolution of D&D.
Then there's D&D Beyond, which is the base of our digital tools and assists for players in DM.
Huh.
Currently, players are cobbling together all kinds of different apps and websites to have a true integrated D&D experience. What we want to do is actually just provide all the tools that the players need to play themselves in one space.
Right now, with the acquisition of D&D Beyond, we've already started to dip our toe into digital, and it was a fantastic partnership that we have going, but we can add more.
Digital physical bundles is something that we've wanted to do for a long time, and now that D&D Beyond is part of our family, it's finally something we can do. Your content is available anywhere you want it, and you have those physical books, but you've got nice portable versions that you can access through your phone or through your tablet or through your other device.
Then our future-facing aspect of this is the D&D Digital, which will become a full play space. For you to have experiences
Pre-alpha
that are more immersive.
in-engine
Right now we're in
footage,
early
okay.
development of our digital experience.
Oh,
we
hello,
can
sir.
play a game, roll some dice, see the miniatures moving around in a 3D play space. But that's just the core of it.
Okay.
We chose the Unreal Engine for several reasons.
Reason number 1, make it look dope.
That's a great reason.
That's the first thing. Number 2 is
my
take
phone-
care of the
my
lazy
camera's-
DM, because we're all lazy DMs.
Lazy DMs.
Ease of use means being able to access all of the tools that you need in order to get the adventure started. So we used a camera technique called tilt shift. It actually makes things look small.
Oh, okay.
We want to make sure that the experience for you
it still
is
looks
that
like
you're
it's a board game?
experiencing a miniature set.
The tilt shift camera was really chosen so that people understood that this wasn't a video game, but it is a digital experience. We want to give people more minis, more options.
Still
for
kind of a
character
video game, no?
customization. You can actually change the features, do what you
I
want
guess it,
with
like,
and you're going to use this
is chess on
miniature
your
approach
phone
to
a
tell
video game?
stories, just like you do in physical tabletop.
To have your character live.
I'm transported there, but I'm not limited by the digital technology.
We might give you a pre-made campaign from us that has an exciting castle or keep with a dungeon inside of it, exciting NPCs, but then you're going to be able to take this playset,
NPC, non-player
take it apart,
character.
and build your own. We're going to have a really robust tool for you to be able to create your own dungeons.
This is just the start of One D&D, and we are relying on all of you to help us out and figure out that future together.
Cool.
What
I mean,
you're
I
gonna
won't be of help,
see
but I'm happy
starting in
to
August
watch
is
along.
a steady release of these playtest packages where you'll be able to engage with key aspects of the game, provide us with feedback that then we will digest, process, interpret, analyze, and then act upon.
Really, it's you shaping the next generation of Dungeons and Dragons.
If
and
that's
we'll hear
actually
exactly
true,
what
that's
you
really cool.
have to say.
Playtesting starts today. Go to dndbeyond.com, download the playtest packet, and get ready to let us know where you'd like this next leg of the adventure
that's
to
cool.
go.
I mean, I'm not going to do that, but you should do that if that's your thing. That was very interesting. Not what I expected the last one to be, but cool. And I'm still a little bit confused, but I feel like I have a bit more of an understanding of how the game works. I just really don't understand like how your story has so many moving parts continually. Like, are you always writing the story? But anyways, please let me know in the comment section. As always, I hope you had fun watching this with me. I hope you guys are all happy and healthy, taking care of yourselves and each other. And as always, until next time, may the force be with you. Live long and prosper. And I'll be back.